course, now I can have a technical issue. I guess if I can walk. Everything is done. Sorry. I'm not else for that. Should we go to you, Greg, and just have you say some stuff real quick?
Is this not working? Hey everybody, welcome to the Bash 2020, bringing all Petaluma students hope. We're about to start the program, but we wanted to make sure before we get going that you are logged in and registered and ready to participate in every level of our event, because this is an interactive affair. And though I might not be able to see you directly, I can tell when you're playing along just by looking off to the side over here, and I can see who's been making bids. I see you, Mr. Gelati. I appreciate all the bids you've been making so far. The rest of you need to get logged in and ready to roll. The way you do that is you text the word BASH, B-A-S-H, couldn't be easier, BASH to the number 22454. Again, text BASH to the number 22454. Or if you're a browser centric, go to pefbash2020.afrogs.org. I'll spell it for you. That's pefbash2020.afrogs.org. Again, pefbash2020.afrogs.org. Get logged in, get signed up, get registered so you can participate in all of the fundraising that we have tonight. That way you can play in the live auction, you can bid on the silent auction, you can make pledges in the Fund a Need, and we have some great things lined up for you in the auction this evening. I don't know if you've seen it, but Chef Charlie Palmer, the Chef Charlie Palmer, is going to do an intimate Zoom cooking class or cooking demonstration with you. And our very own doctor is going to lead you, PEF board member is going to lead you in a blind wine tasting, a literal blind wine tasting. That is one of the big highlights in the auction this evening. We've also got getaways for you to enjoy. You can get away to Tahoe, Mount Shasta, and if you think that camping's all the rage, we've got some extreme camping gear for you as well. And hey, it wouldn't be a bash without Lombardi's or Cucina Paradiso, right? How many years running have we had the Cucina Paradiso auction, the dining lot in our auction? So make sure that you've registered at pefbash2020.afrogs.org, or that you have texted BASH to 22454. Again, that's BASH to 22454. We're going to start the program in just a few moments, but we're getting a couple of things queued up. So I'm vamping here with you right now, and this is live theater at its very best. You never know. It's always at the moment when you think everything's going to go perfectly fine that one little thing goes wrong. So let's jump ahead then, and let's start taking a peek at some of the auction items. And if you go through, you can see lot 600, the Dillon Beach getaway, is just waiting for you. That'll be the first lot, and there's already lots of bidding on it. But I am told that we are ready to start the program. So everybody, welcome to Bash 2020, bringing all Petaluma students hope. Let's get the party started. Woohoo! Thank you, Petaluma High student musicians, for kicking off our 2020 bash, bringing all Petaluma students hope in such strong style. That there was some strong stuff. And I was watching the slide trombonists thinking, wow, they both have the same decor in their bedroom. What are the odds? I'm Greg Quiroga, everybody. It is my honor to be back at the bash again. And look, this might not be how I ever thought we'd be throwing a bash together, but I am fired up to be here, and I hope you are too. I'm glad you've joined us. We're all here to celebrate together, make a difference, and have some fun. We've got a great show lined up for you tonight. The Petaluma Educational Foundation Bash Committee have pulled out all the stops to put together an incredible evening. And of course, we couldn't do this without our sponsors, and our sponsors have come through strong in a year when we needed them most. Our annual partners, Clover Sonoma, Petaluma Market, Petaluma Healthcare District. Thank you, annual partners. Our valedictorian sponsor, Exchange Bank. And our salutatorian sponsors, Edward Jones Petaluma and Lace House Linen Supply. Our honor roll, and our honor roll is long this year. Argus Courier, Baldwin McGoffey and Company LLP CPAs, Fishman Supply Company, Golden State Lumber, Hennessy Cornerstone Value Fund, the law offices of Bridget McKay, Pacenti and Brinker LLP, Quattrochi Quack Architects, River City Bank, Ross Recreation Equipment, Team Gelati Incorporated, and the Regan Home Loan Group. And finally, our Teacher's Pet sponsors, because who doesn't love a teacher's pet? Cal West Rents, Encore Events, Rentals, Comcast, Dow Development Laboratories, Kaiser Permanente, Raymond A. Ramos DDS and Associates Pediatric Dentistry, Romans Plumbing, the Sonoma County Office of Education, Studio PR, Top Speed Data Communications, Studio Sync, and the Woodward family. Thank you all. We appreciate each and every one of you for help making this year's bash, bringing all Petaluma students hope, a reality. And thank you joining us this evening from wherever it is. We appreciate you logging in to party with us. And look, if you've made it this far, you've done the hard part. You've made it through another week of Zooms and masks and crazy skies. You have followed all our links and joined us for tonight's event. We love you and appreciate you for being here with us. I hope that you are logged in, registered, and ready to roll. If not, the way to register, look, I'm an auctioneer, you know I'm going to repeat myself. The way you register to participate in tonight's event is to text the word BASH, that's B-A-S-H, to the number 22454. Again, text the word BASH to 22454. Or if you are browser-centric, you can go to pefbash2020.afrogs.org. That's pefbash2020.afrogs.org. Register to bid, sign up, sign in, sign on so you can bid on our auction items and make pledges in our Fund a Need tonight. And look, if you're having any issues, we have a tech support line set up just for you. We want you to be able to be here with us, and the way that you are is by being registered and participating. If you have any issues, we have live humans standing by to take care of you. You can email help@auctionfrog.org, or you can call, and our wonderful team will take care of you. The number is 208-807-3808. That number again at the bottom of your screen is 208-807-3808. Our operators are standing by. And once you're logged in and registered, be sure to check out our slate of 9 live auction items that we'll be selling later in our program, including, as I mentioned before, the intimate Zoom dinner with Chef Charlie Palmer, a majestic Mount Shasta retreat, got a getaway to Tahoe, the barbecue at Lombardi's, Cucina Paradiso dinner, and more. You can see all of these lots and more in our auction, so be sure you've registered. Go start bidding right now. Seriously, go bid. There's always a lot of build-up to the bash. And this year, one thing in particular has a lot of people's attention, and that's the Taste of the Town 2020 Bash Restaurant Raffle. And if you haven't bought your ticket, you missed out. You really did. We sold about 1,000 tickets at $20 each. Thank you to everybody who purchased a ticket. We've been selling tickets for weeks leading up to tonight's event. And now we're going to draw our very first winner, the $250 gift certificates, $250 in various gift certificates. And the winner, let's get a drum roll. I'm going to go drag this over because it's live theater. Here we go. I wouldn't want you to think I was just making it up. I always love having the responsibility of pulling the winning number. And let's see, do I have my glasses handy? Because I know this is going to be tight. Okay, here we go. The winner is, dig. There's 1,000 of you in here. I don't want to, there's 999 people are going to be mad at me, but one person's going to be excited. And that one person has good handwriting. Thank you, Madison Thompson. Madison Thompson, thank you. You've won our $250 gift certificate, our collection of $250 gift certificates. We'll be back to do some incredible fundraising in a few moments, but first, please join me in welcoming to tonight's bash, bringing all Petaluma students hope, the Executive Director of the Petaluma Educational Foundation, Maureen Highland.
Congratulations to our first raffle winner. We have 2 more announcements coming ahead throughout the evening, so stay tuned. Good evening, my name is Maureen Highland, and I'm the Executive Director of the Petaluma Educational Foundation. Welcome to the 2020 PEF Bash, bringing all students hope. Tonight we are gathering a little differently than we normally do, but we are still coming together and making a difference in the lives of over 12,000 students attending our local schools. As Dr. Jonas Salk once said, who was the first doctor to discover a vaccine for polio, hope lies in dreams, in imagination, and in the courage to make those dreams a reality. Tonight is about our students, all 12,000 transitional kindergarten through 12th grade enrolled at our 38 local public, private, and charter schools. Tonight is about them. Tonight is about our future. Tonight is about our community. I have the incredible privilege of working alongside staff and board members who give their all to support our students and make their dreams come true through grants and scholarships. Tonight, we will focus on our PEF grant program and how we're adapting this program to address the immediate needs shared with us by school leadership. We'll be focusing on social emotional learning programs and addressing the digital divide. Together, we will make a difference. Together, we will make sure our students have what they need to continue to move forward during these times. Here's a quick glimpse of our board member bus tour last year, where we went and saw our PEF grants in action. These are the grants you funded. You pledged your dollars and made them a reality for generations of our Petaluma area students. Tonight, we move forward, creating more opportunity through our grant program.
Hello, I'm Dr. Steve Harrington, Sonoma County Superintendent of Schools. And on behalf of the Sonoma County Office of Education,
You can tell these were all shot weeks ago.
In 1982, a group of business leaders, community activists, and teachers in Petaluma convened to develop funding solutions for area schools in response to major budget deficits throughout the California school system. The outcome was the creation of the Petaluma Education Foundation, PEF, a privately funded nonprofit organization whose primary goal is to raise money in the community to benefit education. Each year, our board members visits our Grants in Action to hear firsthand from students, teachers, and administrators about how PEF support has positively impacted their education, schools, and futures. We are focused on educating all our children in the community by creating a solid academic foundation from which they can build their lives. Gifts through Plant Giving or to our PEF endowment will fund the programs in perpetuity, benefiting students for generations to come. This year, thanks to the generosity and vision of our supporters, PEF has awarded a cumulative total of $7,574,529 to students and schools in the Petaluma area through PEF Impact Grants and PEF Scholarships since the programs were first launched. PEF supports more than 12,000 students annually through our grant and scholarship programs, creating a legacy that is a testament to our community's passion to make each of the 38 TK through 12 public, private, and charter schools the best they can be.
Hello, I'm Dr. Steve Harrington, Sonoma County Superintendent of Schools. And on behalf of the Sonoma County Office of Education, I want to thank the Petaluma Education Foundation for keeping the needs of students at the forefront during these extraordinary times. The Petaluma Education Foundation supports 38 TK through 12th grade public, private, and charter schools in our community with 12,000 students enrolled annually. The grants they provide support students' emotional health and provide them access to technology and are critical to having positive, successful school year. During my time in education, I have never seen schools and students face so many disasters and challenges. The support of organizations like Petaluma Education Foundation is vital to shepherd our students through these challenging times and towards a brighter future. Once again, I want to thank the Petaluma Education Foundation and thank you to everyone who supports them.
Hello, this is Jim Aegis from Petaluma Market. We have sponsored the Petaluma Education Foundation since 1987. We are a multi-generational business that has always believed in giving back to Petaluma. We feel like we're more than just a grocery store. We feel like we are, one of those businesses that really embodies the community of Petaluma. And I think when people shop at our place, they understand that, a lot of that money is going back into the community directly in a way that maybe other stores aren't doing quite as much. I mean, we support so many of the nonprofits in Petaluma because we really do believe in this place. I mean, my family's lived here since, I think like the mid-1910s. And it's an incredible community. And I believe that everybody that is watching this thing and everybody that gives to PEF understands that. And that's the reason why they're doing it. And it's the reason why we do what we do. So Petaluma Education Foundation is one of those organizations that, you don't want to rank them, but that we really do believe in and does so much great work for Petaluma. And we're proud to be a partner, and we're thrilled to be here tonight. And it's an important thing because with COVID affecting everything, pretty much shaking up every aspect of our lives, fundraising for education and our school system generally needs the help more than ever. So we are thrilled to be a partner this year, and we are thrilled to be here tonight, and we hope that everybody puts in a lot because this organization needs it now more than ever. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Petaluma Market, for all you've done for the Bash this year and all you do for Petaluma schools. every year. We appreciate you. Sorry, folks, for not muting my mic earlier there. I was saying you can tell which videos we shot earlier because you can actually see blue skies. I look forward to being under blue skies again soon. It'll happen. We'll all get there. I'm looking forward to it in a few moments. We're going to get the real interactive portion of tonight's bash underway, and I can already see a lot of you have found the place and you're making pledges, and we appreciate you. Keep those pledges coming. You can never pledge too early or too often. Everyone else who hasn't yet registered or logged on, I want you to be able to play along with us, so make sure you text the word BASH to number 22454. Again, text the word BASH to the number 22454 or log on to pefbash2020.afrogs.org right now. Get registered and ready to rock. Our first group of auction packages includes a getaway to Dillon Beach, the Beer and Lombardi's Barbecue Bash for 20 people, and a getaway to Southern Baja for an extended weekend. Every one of our packages is certified socially distance friendly or has an extended expiration date or both. But you cannot win the game if you're not in the game. So text the word BASH to the number 22454 or get on over to pefbash2020.afrogs.org and register up now. And now, I have the honor of introducing one of PEF's annual partners for education from Clover, Sonoma. Please welcome Marcus Benedetti.
Good evening, Petaluma. I'm Marcus Benedetti with Clover, Sonoma. My first memories with Petaluma Education Foundation go back to the early 80s when I was a kid with my grandmother Evelyn and my uncle Herm. I remember carrying boxes of decorations and climbing ladders in preparation for the foundation's big fundraising events back then. And while I understood the value of PEF on some very basic level, and while the company supported it over all these years, I never really fully appreciated the impact it had on kids until fast forward. My wife and I now have kids, and they're in the school system, and most of my colleagues here at Clover Sonoma have children, and they're in the school system, and our dairy family partners throughout the greater North Bay have a lot of their kids in the school system as well. And that's when the aha moment really went on in my mind several years ago, when I realized the very direct impact that PEF's efforts have had on children's kids in the Petaluma school system. And from my perspective, Clover's been fortunate to participate in a lot of philanthropic endeavors and associations over the years. But the return on investment with PEF is really neat, and it's really apparent, and it's obvious. You see it with respect to how the schools up their games in terms of the grants that they're writing for the initiatives that they want to champion. And it's comforting to know the discipline by which PEF applies to the vetting process around those grants to ensure that the funds go to very credible and meaningful initiatives. And then ultimately, it's just awesome to see it on, the satisfaction with the kids in terms of the fulfillment that they realize associated with a lot of those initiatives. And so for us, at Clover Sonoma, we're just feel very fortunate to be a very small part of what is an amazing organization. And I just thank all of you here tonight, for what you do and all that you've given to the organization on behalf of the next generation of youngsters growing up in the Petaluma school systems. Let's face it, we're still a small community and we need each other. And so again, thank you. And I really look forward to seeing all of you in person here, hopefully very soon. Have a great evening.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thank you, Marcus. We appreciate that all that you do for Petaluma schools as well. And you can see we've got a lot of people who are committed to helping Petaluma Educational Foundation, supporting our bash tonight. And we are glad that you are here helping as well, being Petaluma students' hope. And next up, we'd like to hear from the superintendent of the Petaluma School Foundation. Please, our superintendent of Petaluma School District, please join me in welcoming Gary Callahan to tonight's bash.
Good evening and welcome to the bash. My name is Gary Callahan. I'm the superintendent of schools, Petaluma City Schools, and very excited to come to you tonight. It's very daunting right now to think about a live stream broadcast that's going on being shown throughout the community, whether you're in your home in Sonoma County, California, United States, even the world. So when I think about how would I explain to people or viewers that are watching this, whether they're in Sonoma County or Scotland, about what makes us special, I would say that's organizations like PEF, organizations that care about our students, that want to give them the very, very best educational experience. So with that being said, I have one request for tonight. Get your game on and paddles up.
Thank you, sir. And now we've got something really special to share with you. We like to take an inside look at students themselves. Who are we here to help but the students? And they have put together this fantastic video for you. We'd like for you to take an inside look. And when we're ready, we're going to jump to it right now. Thank you.
I'm Mike Gardner, Superintendent of the Waugh School District. Some of the most creative people in our society are teachers. They always go above and beyond thinking of imaginative ways to meet the needs of students. And what we find sometimes is that the only roadblock they face is sadly a lack of resources. And what the Petaluma Education Foundation does so well is it takes the vision of teachers and makes it a reality to the benefit of all kids. Over the years, the Waugh School District and the Petaluma Education Foundation have partnered together to find creative and innovative ways to meet the needs of all kids in our school district. And now, with the challenges we're facing, your support of the PEF means more than ever. In Northeast Petaluma, we have a saying, when something is really fantastic, we call it WASM. And the Petaluma Education Foundation is the epitome of WASMness. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. I am Sandra Lowry, the proud superintendent of Old Adobe Union School District. The uncertainties of COVID-19 has impacted our school community in more ways than I can explain in this brief message. And now more than ever, it's important that we are connecting with all of our stakeholders. It's just such a critical time to be partnering and engaging in dialogue about all that's needed to ensure that there's high quality teaching and learning happening in our classrooms each and every day. And just understanding that the safety, security, and well-being of every single child and staff member is our number one priority here. Ensuring that we are having, robust partnerships and resources at our disposal to supply everything that's needed inside of those classrooms daily is critical. And it's one of the reasons why I am just so honored to get to know all of the membership and sharing that happens with the Petaluma Education Foundation. I just can't speak enough to why this organization is important to us as a school district, to our teachers and to our students in our classrooms. And so we just want to say thank you. Make sure you support and join all the fun. Thank you so much.
As Petaluma's local public entity focused on the health and well-being of our community members, we strongly believe that investment in the educational experience for every student sets the foundation for a healthy life. This year, supporting our students is more important than ever. They are some of the most vulnerable to all of the challenges that the pandemic has brought us. The Petaluma Healthcare District has always seen social, emotional, and mental health needs as a barrier to student learning and a root cause of poor health if not acknowledged and addressed. And we are seeing increasing need in our community for support. We greatly value our annual partnership with PEF and its focus this year to ignite the program supporting students' social and emotional well-being. These are the resources that our students need because students are experiencing high levels of stress and social and emotional challenges like never before. Our students need us. They are our hope to press forward as a healthy community. It will take all of us as a community to support them, and we hope that you will join us in supporting PEF.
Tonight, we will focus on our PEF grant program and how we're adapting this program to address the immediate needs shared with us by school leadership. We'll be focusing on social emotional learning programs and addressing the digital divide. Together, we will make a difference. Together, we will make sure our students have what they need to continue to move forward during these times.
For the last 28 years, PEF has been there for Petaluma's schools and children. PEF has always been nimble and adaptable, and as you just heard from Maureen, PEF is adapting again. PEF is modifying its grant program to make it easier for teachers to get the support they need to make their educational visions a reality. 2020 has been a tough year for all of us, but it has been especially challenging for teachers. And Petaluma's teachers have responded with creativity, dedication, and commitment. In just a few moments, you are going to have the opportunity to support each and every one of the school children in Petaluma simply by making pledges. And we've got opportunities at every level. We've got opportunities high at $10,000 on down, giving everyone an opportunity to make a pledge that is going to have a direct impact on a Petaluma classroom. $5,000, $2,500, $1,500, $250, $100. And I know that we have a level that matches your capacity because you can enter your own custom amount. Enter whatever you want. You think 2021 is going to be a better year, then pledge $2,021. But before we launch in earnest, we have a special announcement from members of the Petaluma Educational Foundation Board.
Thank you for sharing your evening with us tonight. As we embark on the 2020-2021 school year, we at PEF are feeling hopeful for our students and our educators, knowing these are uncharted waters for all. But we as a community will rise to the challenge.
At PEF, our mission is every child has a dream. PEF creates community partnerships to fulfill these dreams. We believe in them. We empower them. Together, we invest in their future. This mission has never been more true than today. And tonight, we are going to show our children our future and how we are investing in them.
And we have all heard it and we all know it. This year is unlike any other we have faced before. And schools and students are facing the most change and uncertainty.
In the past, we've asked schools to write separate grants for individual programs. This year it was unanimous that there were two great gaps facing students in this new school environment.
So that is why this year we have changed our grant program to reflect the current student needs, which are technology and social emotional learning programs.
We have worked with our Petaluma area school superintendents and principals to collectively define the best way for PEF to support our schools. And these two areas of need were shouted loud and clear.
The digital divide is real for some students in our community. The technology grant funds Chromebooks or iPads for individual students' use for distant learning purposes. Internet companies are working with districts to ensure all will have access to high-speed internet. But without proper devices, students simply can't learn.
During this pandemic, our children have lost so much. Graduations and proms, sporting events, classroom experiences, time with friends, participating in local fairs, theatrical and musical performances, vacations and camps. The list goes on and on.
And as a foundation, we are adapting our grant program for 2020-2021 to address the immediate shared needs expressed by all of our schools. PEF's grant program was launched in 1983, and in those almost 4 decades, the foundation has awarded a total of $3,766,185 in grant funding alone.
And tonight, we raise our collective paddles virtually and pledge to support the 2020-2021 academic year's grant funding. Our goal is $200,000, enabling every one of our 38 schools to apply and receive grant funding.
We serve on the board for PEF because we believe that all students deserve a chance at the best education possible. We understand the budgets the schools are faced with, but we also understand our students have dreams.
By empowering our students with the best foundations to build on through education, we ensure the best and brightest future for each and every one of us.
As a board, we have collectively pledged $30,000 to this year's program. That literally translates to 85 Chromebooks or social emotional programs for an entire student body at 5 different campuses.
And over the years, each year, PEF board members, every member, pledge a personal gift to the grant program. We pledge because we believe. Please join us in raising your paddle to support our mission and to ensure we all have a bright future. No amount is too small or too large.
The monies pledged this evening will provide either technology support or social emotional programs for all 38 public, private, and charter schools in Petaluma. So thank you. Tonight is successful because of you.
Thank you for helping us fulfill our mission and for investing in our future. Stay healthy and be kind.
And thank you to the PEF board and the staff. Update since that video was shot, we have $34,450 in pledges from the board and the staff, 100% participation from the board and the staff. Congratulations and thank you all. And now for the rest of you, this is why we are here. This moment, the reason that we pushed ahead and crafted this amazing event, your schools need you. Right now, more than ever, your schools need you. And you can do so much with such a small little action. The click of a button can have an incredible impact on the life of students throughout Petaluma. The click of a button can empower a teacher, support a class. We are here to make Petaluma's schools as strong as possible, and now is the time to do it simply by making pledges. PEF bridges the gap between the state budget and the actual need in Petaluma's public, private, and charter schools. And while there is always a gap between the two, our schools are always in need, but especially now. In addition to the cuts the state has made to education budgets, the pandemic has had a drastic impact on fundraising this year. So we're going to kick off the Fund the Need right now and help you are going to help us bridge that gap. And kicking us off, Bank of Marin makes a $5,000 pledge in honor of their employee, Bob Catelli, who also pledged $1,000. And for everybody making pledges, we appreciate pledges at every level tonight. And I see the pledges coming in. Carol and Jack King, $500. Charu and Harenda Punatar pledged $100. Gail Nielsen pledged $1,000. Bridget Doherty, Tyler Doherty, siblings pledged. They're in at $500. Rajiv Digje. And if I get your name wrong, it's because I'm up here looking back and forth like crazy. And this is a crazy position to be in. I love you. I appreciate your support. I appreciate every pledge you make. I mean no ill. Rajiv pledged $350, making up their own level. Yes, we appreciate it. And everybody who pledges $100 tonight, Freedman's Home Improvement Center is offering up a $1,000 challenge grant to everyone who pledges $100. Erica and Elliot Barlas pledged $500. Julie and Jim Parnow pledged $750. Maddie Cloud pledges $200. Lynn and David King pledged $100, hitting part of that Freedman's Home Improvement Center challenge. Matt Stone pledged $250. Scott Alonzo pledged $100. Every pledge you make goes directly to PEF's Impact Grant Program, available to every TK through 12 public, charter, and not-for-profit private school in the Petaluma area. Amy Kenner pledged $500. Marilyn and Kip Herzog pledged $500. Fran Adams pledged $50. Sheldon Genn pledged $100. Bonnie Philbin pledged $1,000. And is there a way that we can see all these pledges that are being made by everybody? Is there a thermometer that we can bring up, or no? We'll get to it. Diane P. Zimmerman pledged $2,000. There it is. Picture in picture, modern technology, everybody. Emily Cherrier pledged $100. Kelly Pounds, $250. Bonnie Philbin in for $500. Laura Shooter pledged $250. There's Bank of Marin with your $5,000 pledge. We appreciate you, Bank of Marin. Bob Gatelli, there's your $1,000. Thank you, Bob. Clover Sonoma, $10,000. Petaluma Healthcare District, $10,000. Kristen Nelson pledged $500. Alicia Cerruti pledged $250. Elias Hussery pledged $500. Sheila Garvey pledged $1,500. Every pledge makes a huge difference. Ron Naventi pledged $500. And this year, you heard Maureen, PEF has streamlined the grant application process, made it easier for teachers to be able to apply for and get grants for a variety of new programs that they want to implement. And here come the pledges. Meredith Hennessy in for $2,500. Carol Ann and Dan LaBarle pledged $5,000. Hey, Carol Ann, good to see you. Christina and Mark Solon pledged $5,000. Exchange Bank pledged $5,000. Sally and Ned Foley pledged $5,000. The Alfred and Hannah Fromm pledged $5,000. Desiree LaBarle pledged $300. Justin Hansel pledged $5,000. Denise and Roy Pounds pledged $3,000. Susan and Nick Philbin pledged $3,000. And Ann Wallner pledged $500. Keep those pledges coming. Keep those pledges coming. Janet Ramachi. Janet, so good to see you. Pledged $2,500. Katie and Todd Verkey pledged $2,500. Lynn and Gary M. Lynn and Gary M. pledged $2,500. Sharon and Jim Kimball pledged $2,500. Clark Rosen pledged $500. Elizabeth Clary pledged $100. Once again, pushing on that Exchange Bank Challenge Grant. 10 people at 100. We're going to get that challenge grant. Diane and Rich Zimmerman pledged $2,000. Maureen and Steve Highland pledged $2,000. Stephanie and Brian Breen pledged $2,000. $1,000. Keep those pledges coming. Keep those pledges coming, because every pledge you make gets translated into action for students in Petaluma. Every pledge you make goes directly to a teacher who's then able to take it and turn it into incredible work in the classroom or in the virtual classroom. However it is, Petaluma's teachers are doing amazing work, and so are you. Dr. Rajina and Dr. Rajesh pledge $1,500. Francis and Neil Reardon pledge $1,500. Johnny and Craig Walker pledge $1,500. Jane and John Burns pledge $1,500. Maureen and Rick Rudder pledge $1,500. The Petaluma Garden Club pledge $1,500. Teresa Hatcher pledged $200. Fishman Supply, Andrew Fishman in for $1,400. I told you there's a level that matches to your capacity and your commitment. If you don't see it, then click whatever it is you wish to pledge. We appreciate every pledge. Annie Larson pledged $100. Carol Isaac, $1,000. David Watts, in honor of John Burns, pledged $1,000. Elizabeth and Tim McGoffey pledged $1,000. Gail Nielsen pledged $1,000. Jane and David Rabbit pledged $1,000. Joni and Brant Clausen pledged $1,000. Mike Hudson Distributing and George and Lufu Parisi. Mike Hudson Distributing and George and Lufu Parisi pledged $1,000. Petaluma Valley Rotary Trust pledged $1,000. Tom Knudsen pledged $1,000. Rain Howe is in for $100. Julie and Jim Parnow in for $750. Mike Harris pledged $750. Keep those pledges coming. Don't stop now. You are all doing amazing work. Mary Holler pledged $250. Ann and Chris Wallner pledged $500. Cal West Encore Rentals in for $500. Carol and Jack King pledged $500. Erica and Elliot Barless pledged $500. Karen and Pete Sikora pledged $500. How's the game room, Pete? Colleen and Mike Madalena pledged $500. Linda and Dennis Hansen pledged $500. Out West Garage pledged $500. Royce Van Bieber pledged $500. Carol Haxtian pledged $300. Joan Stimson pledged $400. Rajiv Dejer pledged $350. Sorry for Frenchifying your name, Rajiv. Comcast in for $300. Keep those pledges coming, people. Keep those pledges coming. We appreciate each and every one of the pledges that you make. And you know that the teachers are going to do great work with that. Teachers have incredible creativity. And these days, they're given the opportunity to express that creativity in all sorts of new ways in the classroom and in the virtual classroom. And you are supporting it right now. Cindy and Dana Nierndorf pledged $300. Kathy and Tom Brandel pledged $300. Spurgeon Painting pledged $300. Live Oak Charter School in for $300. Dave Sick pledged $500. Allison Dawn Forsyth pledged $250. John and Melody Brayton pledged $250. Martha O'Hare pledged $250. Adrian Kulasingham pledged $250. Keep those pledges coming, people. Don't stop now. Let's keep this dance going. All these pledges are doing amazing work for the schools and the teachers of Petaluma. Clarette and Kenny Wilson in for $200. Doris and Benton Coit in for $200. Maddie and Bill Cloud in again at $200. Matt Stone pledges $200. Melinda and Ryan Hepp pledged $200. Every grants range from $1,500 and up. And every pledge that you make goes right towards funding a teacher's vision, empowering a teacher to come up with some new creative way to engage students. And this has been a rough year. It's been a rough year for teachers. And look, here we go. We've got, more pledges coming in. Carol and Pete Sikora in for $100. Claire Pass pledges $100. Charo and Harenda Punatar pledge $100. Debbie and Tom Gilardi pledge $100. Keep those pledges coming. Keep those pledges coming. You are doing amazing work. Amazing work. We thank each and every one of you. Trisha DeCarly, $250. We appreciate your pledge. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Don't stop now. You are all doing amazing work. Let's let's hear from some students. We have some students to say thank you. Now would be a good time to let some students say thank you. Students want to thank you for the great work that you are doing.
Thank you, PEF! Thank you, PEF! Thank you, PEF!
I see that we have got the challenge grant from Freedman's Home Improvement, the $1,000 challenge grant. I also am told that I've been repeating some pledges. I apologize if I'm repeating pledges. My screen shows me, and I am just a tool. You point me in a direction, and I say what I see on the screen. Because Justin Vallandigham and Dr. Hobie Wedler pledged $100. Lynn and David King pledged $100. Marilyn and Steve Janney pledged $100. Pat and Dave Hansen pledged $100. And then we're back to Scott Alonso and Willie Greenlee in for $100 as well. All of you have done incredible work. Keep it up. And just because we're going to move on with the program doesn't mean you need to stop making pledges. We'll keep the donate link open all night. In fact, we're going to keep the donate link open for the next week. So you can invite your friends who couldn't be here tonight to participate. And look, as we move on with the program, I hope you've had a chance to look over all of our auction lots as we're about to jump in and go. But first, oh, look, Janet and Gary Fritsch pledged $75. And Diesendorf is $50. I'm easily distracted, aren't I? Diane Palacenzi Stevenson's in for $40. Teresa and Jim Kehoe in for $25. Joanne Scott and David Fritz pledged $50. Merle and James Inden pledged $50. And now we're going to give the chance. We're at $309,000 of our $325,000 goal. So keep those pledges coming, everybody. We appreciate it. Right now, we're going to take a moment to give something back to you. Right now, we're going to draw our second Taste of the Town 2020 Bash Restaurant Raffle winner. And this time, it's the middle level, the $500 gift certificate. So we'll do the drum roll, please. And we reach in, we dig around, we make sure we're not looking at the name. We'll go all the way to the bottom so nobody ever complains. Our second winner of the evening has nice cursive. They don't teach cursive anymore. Jenna Wilson. Jenna Wilson, you have won the $500 set of gift certificates, and now it is time for our auction. And of course, like everything else in 2020, our auction is going to be just a wee bit different. You're going to still get to bid on fantastic auction prizes that the Bash Committee has busted Bash to put together for you. You still get to compete against other PEF supporters, only now you get to do it online. And we've got a small but powerful slate of auction items for you tonight. 9 lots, and we're going to sell them in 3 groups of 3. We've got some great instant gratification as well as some excellent experiences for when things get back to normal. Most of our auction items have extended expiration dates, so you get plenty of time to enjoy them. And if you happen to be interested in more than one lot that is up for sale at a time, just set a maximum bid, okay? Auction Frogs is going to bid on your behalf up to that point. All the power bidders do it. Our first group, titled Lot A. Lot A. Lot A includes Lot 600, the Dillon Beach Getaway. Lot 601, the Beer and Lombardi's Barbecue Bash for 20, and Lot 602, the Southern Baja Oasis in 2 condos for 4 nights. Each of these is being sold individually. It's just that all 3 of them are up at the same time. Let's talk about what they are. What are these lots, Greg? Good question. Thanks for asking. Lot 600, the Dillon Beach Getaway. Up to 10 people. Escape to Dillon Beach for a weekend coastside getaway. You're going to spend 2 nights, 3 days in Selkie Seas. Janet and Jeff LaBarley's seaside vacation home overlooking the ocean, as you see in the beautiful image we've got here. The house is a stunner. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, plus a loft on 3 levels. Plenty of room for you and your guests. It's got an open air floor plan, high ceilings in the public spaces, big kitchen, views of the ocean. You can see the large outdoor patio for al fresco dining, all just a few miles west of Tamales, but miles away from life as you know it now. The opening bid on this was at $650. Lot 601. The Beer and Lombardi's Barbecue Bash for 20 people. Throw the party of the year for 20 people thanks to Lombardi's Barbecue. Lee Lombardi has had a passion for barbecue for decades. And now he's going to bring everything you need to have the ultimate barbecue party anywhere in Sonoma or Marin. Enjoy the ultimate barbecue feast with all the fixings and pairings. Barbecue ribs, chicken, baked beans, corn, and to go with it, a bevy of beer. The hardest part's going to be narrowing your guest list down to just 20 people. That's where I come in. Opening bid on this was at $600. This has been a popular item and has been off and running in our auction already. And then the final lot in our first group, lot 602, the Southern Baja Oasis in 2 condos for 4 nights. So up to 8 people escape to Baja for an extended weekend getaway. Make your way to Todos Santos, where you're going to spend 4 nights, 5 days in Katie and John Newpel and Dan Foley's identical 2-bedroom condos. Each condo, private balcony, great views, gourmet kitchen, got a living room, etc. Easy access to the best of Todos Santos and the Baja Peninsula, where you've got world-class sport fishing, snorkeling, scuba diving, fine dining, shopping, and the beaches. Oh, the beaches! You'll have access to the only swimmable beach in Cabo. 8 people, 2 condos, so many possible options here. Go with a really large family, 2 small families, group of friends. Either way, the best part is if you've got 2 kitchens, you can decide, you don't have to argue about what to cook. You can have 2 different meals every night or go out. Who doesn't miss going out? Opening bid on this was at $800. Let's start the countdown timer. Let's say, just to apply a little pressure, right? Because we don't want to fall into the, last minute this, last minute that, fair warning and all that. So 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes left. We're going to start a clock. We'll fire it up. We'll put it on the screen. 2 minutes left to bid on our first 3 auction lots. And let's check in on the bidding. Lot 600, the Dillon Beach Getaway. Oh, Jenny Hlabakis kicked us off at $650. And the Matt Stone came in at $750. Phoebe Ellis bid $900. Ming Lacey bids $1,000. Kathleen Walker bids $1,001. Amy Kramer says $1,002. Teresa Hatcher came in at $1,300. Amy Kramer back in at $1,400. Teresa Hatcher says no at $1,500. Amy Kramer says no at $1,600. Teresa Hatcher says, I'm going at $1,700. Amy Kramer at $1,800. Teresa back in at $1,900. Amy at $2,000. Mark Soyland comes in out of the blue at $2,100. Amy says no at $22. Mark, currently the leader in the clubhouse at $2,300, looking for $2,400. Amy, your chance. Jump back in. You've got a little over a minute and a half to do so. And then lot 601, the Beer and Lombardi's Barbecue Bash for 20 people. And Katie and Todd kicked us off at $500. Becky came in at $600. Katie and Todd came back at $700. Then Ermit at $800. Katie and Todd at $900. Kevin Gelati at $1,000. Katie and Todd at $1,100. Kevin at $1,200. Katie and Todd at $1300. Kevin at $1400. Katie and Todd at $1500. Kevin at $1600. Katie at $1700. Kevin at $1800. Katie and Todd at $1900. Kevin at $200. Katie Newpel jumps in at $2,001. Deborah Dow $2200. Kevin at $2300. Katie back in at $2400. And Katie's currently our leader in the clubhouse. No, Kevin's in at $2,500. And Katie, you've got a minute left to outbid Kevin, currently sitting at $2,500. And then the Southern Baja Oasis. Who's not going to want to get away? As soon as we get the opportunity to get and go, we're gone, everybody. Ayla Barley kicks off at $800. Neil Reardon's in at $1,000. Bonnie Philbin at $1,300. Teresa Hatcher at $1,005. Dave Sick at $1,700. Teresa Hatcher back in at $1,900. And Teresa Hatcher is our leader in the clubhouse at $1,900. So Kevin Gelati Deborah tried to outbid Kevin on the beer and Lombardi's Barbecue Bash, but Kevin's hanging tough at $2,700. Mark is in at $2,300. And now there's 25 seconds left. So now is the chance, everybody, to get those bids in. You want to get away, whether it's close or far away, now is the time to bid on Dillon Beach and Baja Oasis or the Lombardi's Barbecue. Lombardi does the best barbecue, and you've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. The first group of auction lots is closing. And because of the delay between what I say and when you hear it, we're going to come back and announce the bidders. We'll read all the names of our bidders in just a moment, because I can see right now that our timer is still counting down. Modern technology, everybody. What we're going to do is we're going to jump ahead to Group B, the extreme camping. And Larry, you can leave that up right now for that if it's possible, or whatever. Group B, 603, the extreme camping. 603. 604, the 5 nights and 6 days at gorgeous Mount Shasta Retreat. And 605, the cooking in your kitchen with Chef Charlie Palmer. Let's talk about what each of these lots is. Lot 603, the extreme camping. Let's be honest. There are some upsides to 2020. We're spending more time with our family. Most of us are getting more sleep, and camping is more popular than ever. And we've got everything you need to either get in the game or take your camping game to a whole new level thanks to Marmot Mountain Works. You get a Marmot Tungsten UL 3-person tent, 2 Marmot Trestles 30 sleeping bags, a Coleman Sportster grill, an Igloo BMX 52 cooler, and to make sure your campsite is all set up and ready to chill, a double hammock, a lantern, 2 outdoor freestyle rocking chairs, and most importantly, a Marmot Holler bag filled with snacks and s'mores, and a Coleman toaster forks. Opening bid on this one was at $700, and we've already got the bidding off and rolling on this. Lot 604, 5 nights, 6 days at gorgeous Mount Shasta Retreat. Camping not your thing? We got you, fam. Up to 14 people. 14! Enjoy a week-long getaway to Mount Shasta. You're going to spend 5 nights, 6 days in a massive mountain vacation home sitting on 40. You heard me right, 40 private acres. 5 bedrooms, 3 baths with an additional 2 half baths. Plenty of room for the whole extended family. There's 1 king bedroom, 3 queens, and a bunk room that sleeps up to 6 children of all ages. Has a huge entertainment area, amazing outdoor relaxation area, including a gas fire pit and a built-in barbecue. All just minutes from Mount Shasta Ski Resort, where you can enjoy incredible winter and summertime fun. Or skiing, snowboarding, cross-country skiing, and sitting by the fire and hot cocoa sipping in winter. Or go in the summer, hiking, mountain biking, water sports in the summertime. Got to set a mutually agreeable date. No holidays. The opening bid on this one was at $3,000. We'll check in on the bidding in just a moment. And lot 605 is the big one in our auction tonight. Cooking in your kitchen with Chef Charlie Palmer. 12 people, 6 couples. Enjoy an intimate cooking class with one of the biggest chefs in the United States, Charlie Palmer, and a blind wine tasting unlike anything you've ever experienced with PEF board member Hobie Wedler. Friday, October 23rd, 2020. Log on to Zoom, where Chef Charlie Palmer is going to give you an intimate demonstration, show you how to prepare an incredible feast, complete with recipes that you get to keep, and then try to replicate the meal on your own. Then PEF board member and founder of SensePoint Design, Dr. Hobie Wedler, is going to lead you on a true blind wine tasting of an array of Coppola family wines. Coppola family is going to ship the wines to you in advance. Then Dr. Wedler is going to guide you through the blind tasting. You and all of your friends will have the best time on Zoom you have ever had. Some of the wines include a 2018 Francis Coppola Reserve Viognier, a 19 Coppola Reserve Pinot, and a 2017 Archimedes. Plus, you get a signed copy of Palmer's Remington Camp Cookbook. Remember, it's on Friday, October 23rd. Opening bid on this was $3,000. Let's start the countdown timer. Countdown timer at 2 minutes left on our second group of auction lots. And let's check in on the extreme camping. Let's see where we've gotten to with the... Oh, wait, we'll go back and we'll see the winning bidders. Extreme camping, here we go. Crystal Corson kicked us off at $750, and Crystal Corson bid $750. The auction platform's trying to tell me, Crystal, that you have bid $750. It looks like 30 times. And then Amy Kramer, let's just skip down to the, or we're going to take a second. Say, okay, so extreme, keep those bids coming. We've got 1 minute and 30 left. There we go on the extreme camping. And oh boy, there's the big. So, boy, we started down at $400, and Lynn was in at $400, and Irma's in at $450, and Victoria's in at $500, and Irma's back in at $500, and then the Victoria at $600, and $650, and $700, and $758, $859, $959. Let's bounce all the way up and see how far we've got, because a little under 1.5 minutes left. Katie Newpol is in at $1,350, and the Deborah Dow pledged bid $1,400, and Katie's in at $1,450, and the bidding's still going. You've got a little over 1 minute to go. And then on the Mount Shasta Retreat, Katie and Todd Verke kicked us off at $3,000, and Maureen Rudder came in at $3,250, and Katie and Todd Todd back in at $3,500, and then Maureen back in at $3,750, and Katie and Todd at $4,000, and Amy at $4,250, and Katie and Todd at $45,000, and then $4,750, and then Sidra off and back in at $5,000. Amy Kramer bids $5,250, and then Sidra in at $5,500, and Leah's in at $5,750, and Lacey's in at $6,000, and we're currently sitting with Leah at $6,750. No, Amy's in at $7,000, and Leah's in at $7,250, and Leah's in at $7,250, and then the cooking with Charlie Palmer. Let's scroll down and see. It looks like, according to this, with a little over 30 seconds left on my clock, there have been no bids on the cooking with Charlie Palmer. So now is your chance, everybody, to jump in and get on that, because there's 20 seconds left. And this is you're not going to want to miss this opportunity. Dr. Webler, you know, is going to lead you. Like everybody who's had one of the blind tastings with Dr. Webler, and it's a literal blind tasting as we 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. That concludes Group B. Congratulations to all the winners of Group B. We'll try to circle back and get your names a little later. We're bouncing back and forth between a lot of screens and a lot of platforms, but it is time for our final group of auction items in our live auction tonight. It's time for the appropriately named Group C. Group C. Group C includes Lot 606, the romantic Little River Inn getaway and golf, and then some. Lot 607, the dinner for 10 at Cucina Paradiso and wine. And Lot 608, the mountain getaway at Luxury Tahoe Donner for a week. Let's check in and see what these lots entail. Lot 606. 2 people. Enjoy the romantic getaway of the year. Make your way to the Little River Inn on the Mendocino coast, just south of Mendocino proper. Owned by Susan and Mel McKinney. Their daughter graduated from Petaluma High School back in 1986, and they continue to be generous supporters of the Petaluma Educational Foundation. Thank you, Little River Inn. You, the winning bidder, are going to spend 2 nights and 3 days in an ocean view room with incredibly romantic views and spectacular sunsets. You'll have your own in-room fireplace to snuggle up by the fire, and trust me, by the time you're on this vacation, you'll want to snuggle up to a fire with a beautiful sunset happening behind you. Plus, you get 2 rounds of golf for when you want to leave the room. And to really get your romantic weekend started right, you get a rose quartz and diamond necklace. It's 18 carats of rose gold with more than 26 round diamonds, plus 2 oval pink rose quartz, and a bottle of champagne to kick it all off. Good through September of next year. Opening bid on this one was at $1,800. Bids are already rolling in. Lot 607. A longtime favorite. This is a perennial favorite in our auction. Dinner for 10 at Cucina Paradiso includes wine. 10 people. Head to Cucina Paradiso on Petaluma Boulevard, where rock star combo of chef Dennis and Milena Hernandez are going to create an incredible feast, paired with wines from the incomparable and deep cellars of PEF. Chef Dennis, trained for 8 years in San Francisco before opening up his own restaurant in town. That was over 15 years ago. 10 of you head on in, get greeted like old friends, treated like loved family. Enjoy a multi-course chef's tasting menu picked and prepared especially for you by Chef Dennis, using nothing but the freshest, most localist and deliciousest ingredients, all handmade. From the sauces to the pasta to the yummy dessert. And remember, the calories don't count when it's for charity. Opening bid on this was at $100 per person, $1,000, and it's off and running. And then our final lot of the night, Lot 608, the mountain getaway at Luxury Tahoe Donner for a week, up to 14 people. Ascend to Tahoe Donner for a majestic mountain escape. You're going to spend a full week in Lynn and Keith Romstad's 3,500 square foot, 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom vacation home located in the heart of the Tahoe Donner community. The house, massive, amazing, gourmet kitchen, huge bedrooms, plenty of play space for all 14 of you. You can walk out the door to biking, hiking, and fishing, access to the community's pools, fitness center, tennis courts, private access to Donner Lake for kayaking, paddleboarding, beach, and other activities. Go in the winter, you're a short hop from the best skiing in the West, and of course, you're an easy drive from everybody's favorite full contact year-round sport, gambling. Opening bid on this is at $2,000. Let's start the countdown timer on our last group of the night. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left on Group C. And let's check in on the bidding on the romantic getaway to Little River Inn. Opening bid on this, Joni Clausen kicked us off at $1,800. John Burns came in at $2,000. And Amy Kramer. Amy's been all over our auction tonight. Amy's the leader in the clubhouse right now on lot 606 at $2,200. And then we scroll down to the dinner for 10 at Cucina Paradiso with the wine. Kevin Gelati, thank you, Kevin, kicked us off at $1,000. Justin Hansel was in at $1,200. Kevin Gelati back in at $1,400. Justin in at $1,600. Kevin back in at $1,800. Phoebe Ellis at $2,000. Welcome in, Phoebe. Kevin at $2,200. Phoebe back in at $24,000. Kevin at $26,000. Phoebe at $28,000. And Kevin sitting at $3,000, just waiting for Phoebe to bid him up. Bring it, he says. Bring it, Phoebe, right now. And then the mountain getaway at Luxury Tahoe Retreat. Oh, this one's been exciting because everybody wants to go to Tahoe. Everybody knows about this mountain home, apparently, because Katie and Todd kicked us out at $2,000, and Liz at $2,200, and Katie and Todd back in at $2,400, and then Sidra in at $2,600, and then Katie and Todd all the way up to $3,500. I see an auto bid, and then Maureen Rudder at $3,700, Katie and Todd at $39,000, Maureen at $41,000, Maureen at $41,000, Maureen at $41,000. Oh, I love the software when it just replicates. Maureen Rudder, currently the leader in the clubhouse at $4,100. You've got 48 seconds left to get your bids in. These are your final chance to bid on our live auction this evening for Petaluma Educational Foundation. Kevin, still the leader in the clubhouse at $3,000 for Paradiso. Maureen, still the leader in the clubhouse at $4,100 on the mountain getaway at Luxury Tahoe Donner. And can we scroll up and see? And Amy is still the leader in the clubhouse on the romantic little getaway, the romantic Little River Inn getaway and golf. It's not a little romantic getaway or a romantic little getaway. It's the romantic Little River Inn getaway. As we're down to the final 14, 12, 11, 10. Katie and Todd in at $4,300. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. That concludes our auction this evening. Whew. If you didn't get what you wanted, just remember that you can always just give PEF your money. Just make a donation in the appeal. The students, the teachers, they will all appreciate it. And we're going to have the Fund the Need open for another week. Another week. And now we have another very special announcement from a few PEF board members.
Our program is not over, but we want to take a moment and thank you.
As PEF board members, we are proud to be part of this community and this organization.
What we have accomplished tonight is terrific, but our work doesn't end tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you from all of us at PEF.
Okay, and now the big moment that so many of you have been waiting for. There's a reason we save it for last. Our final Taste of the Town 2020 Bash Restaurant Raffle winner. And this is the big one. This is the $1,000 in restaurant gift cards. $1,000 in restaurant gift cards. Drum roll, please. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, with awesome power comes awesome responsibility. Big responsibility here. This is the one. Once again, excellent cursive. Once again, old eyes need to see. Looks like it's Karen Kahn. Karen Kahn, it's a 408 phone number. Tell you what, I will put your information into the envelope and get it to Maureen and Company, and they will be able to tell exactly what to do with it. And in the midst of all of this, I'll set my thing down. Wow. It has been an incredible night. It's been an incredible night, and we've got an opportunity. We can actually tell you, everybody, we've got all the winning bidders. So let's take a look at the winning bidders. Won the Dillon Beach Getaway for $2,400. Congratulations, Amy. Kevin Gelati won the Beer and Lombardi's Barbecue Bash for 20 people for $2,900. Teresa Hatcher is headed to Baja. She paid $1,900. Thank you, Teresa. The Extreme Camping. Katie Newpel won the Extreme Camping for $1,450. $50. And we're waiting for Charlie Palmer. Charlie Palmer, it looks like we're going to have to keep that open and get some more bidding on it because nobody bid on that. Little River Inn, the final bid on this was Trisha DeCarli at $2,400. Dinner at Cucina Paradiso, Kevin Gelati, $3,000. That's 2 auction lots. Thank you, Kevin. Much appreciated. And the final auction lot of the night, Katie and Todd Verkey bought the Mountain Getaway for $4,500. Thank you to all of our bidders. Winning bidders I love, but I also really, really appreciate everybody who bid other people up because without you, it's not an auction. It has been an incredible night, hasn't it, Maureen?
Wow, what a night we're experiencing. Thank you so much for making it all possible. We truly are funding the future and bringing hope to our students, our teachers, our parents, our families, and our friends. Tonight, you have made a difference in everyone's life, and we will all move forward as a community together. PEF is not just tonight. It's not just the bash. We'll continue our work every single day as we all move forward. Whether you're connecting to us through your school, through your family, through your employer, through your community groups, or even through our Alphabet Soup benefit thrift stores, we are all coming together, making a difference, creating hope for generations of Petaluma students. For close to 4 decades, PEF has been here, and we plan to be here for many more. The other day, I read a statement by Rachel Marie Martin. I believe it's something that can sum up tonight and help us go forward from here. Don't give up on this year. Keep fighting for the good. Keep showing up. Keep loving. Keep giving back. Keep being kind. Keep being brave. Keep caring. Keep trying new things. Keep showing grace. This world needs you to believe in the good. Thank you, Petaluma. Thank you, Sonoma County. Thank you, friends near and far. A special thank you tonight to all those event partners who made the bash possible. Thank you and good night.
Thank you, Maureen. And thank you all. You made me miss being together even more. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you in person next September when we resume our regularly scheduled in-person bash partying. Until then, stay safe, stay sane, and wherever you go when you get there, please remember to use your powers for good. Thank you, and good night.